Oh, it's turned over?
It's turned over.
Okay.
It's not a reverse.
Okay. There's a book a few years ago about the different, written by some folklorists who, Blaustein,
Gene Blaustein?
Blaustein. Yeah, they wrote. Each one wrote about revivals.
Transforming tradition. Neil
Transforming tradition.
Yeah.
You know, I read that, and my assessment of that is that is as good a crock as I ever saw in my life. The truth is that tradition swallows revivals.
Mm-hmm.
It eats them up. It chews them up. It swallows them and take the big, the gigantic, big fads and revivals of the past. Parlor guitar in the 1880s, 1890s. It was taken into the system, and it blooms. It comes out of tradition in other places as Delta slide guitar.
That was largely a female movement,
Right,
wasn't it?
right. Now, if you tell the average blues geek that Robert Johnson's basis, what he does comes from Aunt Minnie, he's going to goddamn die. But it's the truth. It's the truth, and you can prove it. You can prove it in repertoire. You can prove it in tuning. Festipal. It's from the Siege of Sebastopol, an 1888 composition by Worrell. That was Festipal tuning. So
It's just a bastardization of the word, or a mishearing of
Festipal,
the word?
yeah. Siege of Sebastopol.
Okay.
Henry Worrell, 1888. Sheet music, got it right in there. Now, but it's hard for people to buy that Robert Johnson and those guys that they owe anything to a upper middle class women's movement, or I'll give you another example of a guitar from Kentucky, Muhlenberg County. No one could figure out why Merle Travis and Mose Rager and those guys played that finger pick. It sounded kind of like black guitar, and the first folklorist who looked at it says, "Well, they've got to have black antecedents there." But then they found out that Muhlenberg County was an area where there were no blacks. Only black they could ever find around there was Arnold Schultz, and they've attributed all kinds of things to Arnold that Arnold didn't have anything to do with. But they just said, well, blacks had to get in there. They built railroads through there, and they had to have black workers. And so railroad workers brought this sound. Actually, how it was done, if anyone had ever really carefully interviewed the older players, Kennedy Jones, Mose Rager, Travis, Kennedy Jones's mom is probably more of a progenitor of this than anyone else, giving lots of room for creativity of people.
Right.
Slack key guitar in Hawaii comes from parlor tradition. The whole goddamn thing of guitar in this country, it's the common denominator, the big emulsifier between the cowboy and the bluesman and the rockabilly and the hillbilly, but it's based on this parlor guitar thing. It went into tradition. Maybelle Carter, people always think the Carter family, pure Appalachian tradition. Bullshit. They're fine people, and it's a great sound, but that's a parlor sound. Moreover, most of the repertoire is a parlor sound. Woody Guthrie's comment about A.P. Carter's a good one. He said he was a great song stealer, but I was greater than he because I stole some of his. And he did, Little Darling Pal of Mine is the melody of This Land Is Your Land. Absolutely identical. But I don't know whether that answers your question or not. I think that
Well, you started saying tradition swallows revival.
it does. It takes it. It chews it up. And moreover, once it happens, people forget where it came from.
I guess I'm not sure I know what that phrase means, tradition swallows revival. You just mean tradition's gonna endure beyond all the attempts to quantify it and commercialize it and revive it. It just sort of rolls along on its own track.
It moves along. It can be influenced. It can be changed. It can be pushed. It can be dealt with, but you don't have the guidance control is not in the hands of any set group of people.
Sing Out magazine.
No. Sing Out magazine can't even make a 1-degree course correction on it. Moreover, the music industry can. The music industry minds that to a degree. I mean, they rely on things that come from the wellspring, but they don't dig any of those wells. They just get the water and go on. And sometimes they get a little arrogant about it. You know, since they're getting all the water, they think that maybe they own the well, but no.
I think I can let you go.
Okay.
Let you go.